Ocarina of Time. They just look at me like, what? Did you just say that? It's like I offended a religion or something. It's like, I just...
I agree with you. It is definitely a better game than Ocarina of Time, the way it's designed. It's just, I'm not good at games that force me to do things within a certain amount of time. I take my time with dungeons, and I'm really fucking slow with it. So when I only have like 3 in-game hours to do a dungeon, I'm like, ugh.
Well, I'm looking at it at a child's perspective because I only played it when I was a kid, like twice. I mean, I played that game. I played the fuck out of that game. Once to beat it, once to just get everything, because that's what you had to do back then. You had all the fucking time. You didn't have DLC on all that shit. You can take your fucking time. She ran away because she didn't want me to go into that room. She's like, I can't go in through there. So I'm like, okay, I forgot to blow up the hole. Anyways,
it's not that the time system was bad. I just didn't care for it.
She should be waiting on
I
her.
know a lot of people enjoy it.
I miss much.
Oh man, she's gonna make me go back to the fucking dungeon. Of course.
There's just people asking us what our favorite Zelda games are.
Oh yeah, so what's your favorite Zelda game?
I don't know.
Well, we got into a mini rant about Majora's Mask. What do you think about it?
I think it's pretty good.
That's it?
You did an LP.
Let's not ask you stuff anymore.
You beat the LP of you beat your LP of it pretty quickly.
Like, it's definitely different from like any of those Zelda games before it, and that's kind of what I like about it. But I don't want to say it's like better than any of them. I mean, they all have their own charm. That's what I want to say.
Yeah, I agree.
What's
like,
your
each Zelda game is great. Even Zelda 2. Like, people say, "Oh, Zelda 2 fucking sucks." Yeah, it's a good game.
It's very different, but it's a good game.
I'm going to say this right now. The people that say Zelda 2 sucks are the people that didn't play it when it came out in 1987.
Yeah. People are, like, bandwagon. He's like, oh, that guy said it sucks.
When the first time you played it is when it came out 20 years ago, you're not going to like it as much, probably.
Especially when you got other games.
Because it's an 8-bit side-scroller. It happens. It doesn't necessarily make it a bad game.
Plus, it was the second Zelda game that ever came out, so they were trying to do something new.
And then the Zelda CDI.
Oh, yeah, no, that's just terrible.
So what's your most hated Zelda game?
Zelda CDI.
No, official Zelda game.
Like, Zelda game that you've played, but, like, you don't like as much as any of the other ones you played.
Oh.
I'm gonna tell everyone right now, I've made this before in my LPs, I've ranted this. I hate Wind Waker. It pissed me off when I had to go through all that shit of sailing, gotta get the... Yeah, you gotta get the maps for it, and then you gotta get the Triforce pieces itself. So I'm like, why?
I understand that. I think the problem, like, this is what my brother said too. It was like, the majority of people who had the issues of looking for the Triforce waited until the game told you, oh, by the way, now you gotta find the Triforce. You can be looking for the Triforce pieces way before then. Hell, you can have all 8 of them by the time they say, oh, we need the Triforce, and then you don't even have to look for them.
See, that I did not know.
All you have to do is have the patience to actually go explore them.
On the contrary, I love Phantom Hourglass, and I hated Wind Waker, but it minimized what Wind Waker could have done. So it's like,
I can understand that.
I'm trying to think of Zelda games I've played before, but yet the one I like the least.
Well, I mean, I did like Wind Waker, but that part just pissed me off about it. And that's why I could say... It's a teddy bear! If whoever plays League of Legends, this is Tibbers.
Oh my god. Actually, I don't know why I'm reacting. I never played League of Legends.
It's a fucking
brag.
brag.
Go with the reaction.
Ah, crap. I thought I would dodge that one. Oh well, I got 3 fairies. Yeah, but to recap, I have all the bottles that I can get so far, other than the one inside the chest that I need to open by that Master Locksmith, which I can do I think after this.
Right after this dungeon.
Yeah.
But I think I'm gonna do Dungeon 3 right after this one, since it's right there.
Can we totally cheat this boss? Do you have the magic cape?
I don't think he does, do you?
No. I can get that now, though.
Yeah.
Since I got the mint. The cartoon aspect of the Wind Waker. Miyamoto loved that. I personally liked it, but a lot of people...
That's particularly the reason why people hate Wind Waker.
Yeah, it's like...
Like, what the hell does the cel-shaded graphics have to do with the gameplay? Seriously.
People
Yeah.
really do look
It
down
has-
on
It
that.
has no effect on the gameplay at all.
The thing that bothers me the most about it is that the next game they come out with, people bitch about it for being just Ocarina of Time again. Then don't play Zelda. You obviously don't like it if all you're going to do is complain about it.
I know. Or people think it was, like, trying to be too dark. And I'm like, well, you wanted a dark game in the first place. Why are you bitching?
That's exactly
It's the people who like
okay,
Wind Waker who are bitching.
You're nostalgic for Ocarina of Time, and then if something it gets to be like Ocarina of Time, then you bitch that it's too similar.
Swing!
It's ridiculous.
Exactly.
Stop playing Zelda if all you're going to do is complain about it.
Zelda music. Zelda music. Let's see. Zelda music. I love this theme. Straight out gonna tell everyone. This is my favorite Zelda theme off. Dark World theme. I hear this theme the whole game. Throughout the whole game. This is the only Zelda game I played the most time. And I just love this theme. But
Yeah.
Well,
I've
Dark
learned
World
to
theme
love
is my
Skyward
favorite
Sword.
theme of all games, too.
Huh? Wait, what were you saying? Well, I'm starting to play Skyward Sword because of your LP, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all because of me. Nah, well,
I enjoyed Skyward Sword. There were some issues with it.
the talking,
Like,
the long ass tutorial.
no, more like every 5 minutes or so, I had to recalibrate the stupid controller.
Oh yeah, center it.
It's just a minor inconvenience. I could deal with it.
Yeah. Honestly, I never really recalibrated it that much, other than like the times where like you could like adjust it by pressing down to center it. Like excluding those, I never really recalibrated it.
Well, Sire hates it because he would have to center the remote over and over.
I didn't hate the game. I just thought that
Tedious.
it wasn't even that it was tedious. It was more just irritating to me. Like every 5 minutes, I'd have to recalibrate the freaking controller. But that just might have been because I had the sensor bar in the wrong position when I first started playing it. Like I had it on the top of my TV, and
Yeah, I never had that on the top
very well.
ever.
Then I moved it to the bottom of my TV, and it's like a million times better.
That's where I need the key. Derp.
I mean, I know there's the whole thing of standing while you're playing makes it work so much better. That's not always true.
Yeah.
It's not always true.
Wait, you
It
didn't
feels good to be
stand when you
sitting
played?
down.
No,
Really?
people are. No, I sat when I was playing that game.
Why?
Like, because you don't really need to you don't need to stand to play that game.
I know you don't need to stand, but I mean, I remember like lazily sitting down on my couch, like I couldn't even get up. That's how bad I was sitting down, laying down, and I could always bowl a strike just by flipping my wrist.
No, it wasn't. It was like it wasn't that. It was more like when I was trying to use the bow, like this thing would be like shaky all the time. Or like, ugh, I'm trying to aim in one direction. It's constantly trying to aim to the right when I want to aim to the left or something. It's like, stop that.
Oh, I know what you mean. Like, and you just finished calibrating it too.
Yeah, exactly. And then I gotta like recalibrate it, and like then it's fine. And then
Oh,
as
the
soon as I
hand.
load it up again, then I recalibrate it and it's fine. And then when I pull it back out again, recalibrate. Why?
Yeah, actually, dude, I agree with Hobolobos. I love the motion controls in Zelda. I was telling Tits earlier. Was I telling you Tits? Or were you not here?
No problem with motion controls. I like them. I honestly don't see why people think motion controls are so horrible.
They think it's
Especially when they're those same people are like, yeah, get the Kinect. You know that's just a botched rip-off of Wii, you know?
I think everyone knows that.
But that's my point. Like, you people bitch that the Wii has motion controls, but then praise the Kinect for having the same damn thing.
Who's praising the Kinect?
I don't know. I've never seen
I need
anyone
to
who's
fire
ever
out.
praised the Kinect.
Maybe I'm misinterpreting that, but still. It's like,
I know what you mean though. Like people who
it's like Sony says like, oh,
boys.
motion controls suck, and then like a year later, hey, Kinect.
or like
And then
I
you,
think with Sony it would be the Move, isn't it?
Yeah, or whatever.
yeah, that
The Move is a little more-
dildo-looking thing.
Yeah, the dildo.
It looks weird.
It kind of does. When I first saw that, I was
That's
just
the
like,
point, though,
Sony,
like, they
what
both-
the hell are you trying to
they're
market
both-
for the kids?
That's the whole
For the
point, though,
kids.
like- But that's the whole point that I'm trying to make. So it's like they're like, oh, motion controls suck. And then a year later, they both make their own version of it, and they're like, oh, this is the best thing ever.
Well, they have to
You
compete.
know that you were bitching at Nintendo for doing the same thing a year ago, right?
And I freaking imagine if Nintendo came out with the shake weight. I don't know why.
Oh God.
That'd be a fun game.
I don't know what that has to do with anything, but imagine it. And then everyone's all like, "Oh, this is Shake Weight fucking stupid," and then Sony comes out with the move.
It's the same goddamn thing.
I don't know. I just wanted to make a dildo joke with the PS move.
Honestly, I wish they would
I
remake
don't know,
this game on the Wii and give it motion controls.
Then you got games like Dragon Ball Connect.
What?
That,
What?
Yeah, Dragon Connect.
That's real?
That's the title of it.
that is a real game, and it's terrible.
Dragon Ball for Connect.
Why is it a real game?
Because Dragon Ball.
Okay.
You wanted to be able to do a Kamehameha. Just like Xbox, Kamehameha.
Xbox Smart Glass, very nice.
The Xbox Smart Glass. Actually, I think they're doing. I like the Smart Glass.
Or are they trying to do like, they're trying to be more inventive with it. It's like, oh, you can use your phone with this. Or,
No, it's just like you said, like Nintendo's coming out with the tablet controller for Wii U, and everyone's like, oh, that's gonna suck. Then like everyone's excited about it. It's like, well, let's make it before Wii U comes out, so we can say we did it first.
Duh.
Shut up.
It's like, but what can we call it? Oh, it's Smart Glass. Oh, that's pretty damn smart.
I just had to make sure I had the big key. I usually forget. I just get the big key 10 seconds later.
You
Did I get the big
think
key?
I think so.
Yeah, I got it. I checked.
Next time you get into the dungeon, just press start, see if you have it.
Oh yeah, I already checked.
No, but that's what I don't get. Like Nintendo announces something, and then Sony has to make something 6 months before them and say they did it first.
Yeah.
And
It's
every
marketing,
time they do
dude.
it always ends up sucking compared to the one Nintendo makes.
That's marketing.
I mean, I don't hate Sony, I don't, but when they do stuff like that, I just have to facepalm because it's like, dude, why? You just went on this whole rant about, oh, this is going to be the worst thing ever, and then you make this conscious effort to say, I did it 6 months before you. Like, why?
I remember this one movie I saw before. It's like, I can't remember. It was like some guy with a crazy imagination, and he went on like a crazy adventure. But then like, he would always tell his boss like some idea he had. He's all like, oh no, that's fucking stupid. And then the boss would always yeah, he would steal it. And he's all like, no, I thought this a year ago.
Dick
Yeah,
move.
that's how I think. That's how I imagine Microsoft right now. I try to I'm trying to be impartial between all three games, between all three of them. But when they pull shit like that, I just have to call them out on their bullshit.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't even care about that gimmicky shit. Or at least the ones that Xbox and PS3 are trying to, or like Sony are trying to pass off as like their own, you know? They're like, oh yes, this is so original. Like original the
Character.
original the peripheral.
Original the
Probably
character.
guys
Do
didn't
not
even think
steal.
about it 6 months ago.
Like original the peripheral. Do not steal.
Honestly, Hobolo said he played the Vita and it works like the Wii U controller. Oh wait, PS3 works with the PS Vita's controller. I think they've already done that before, but you have to use like a special PSP adapter.
Oh, yeah, PSP with
Yeah, you have to connect it first and then it'll work.
Yeah.
But it's reversed. You get the
I-
screen,
it is-
you get the screen on
I'm
the.
pretty sure the Vita is just like more advanced. It's just like a lot more powerful than the PSP ever was.
Oh yeah.
I had a PSP for a while, by which I mean my friend didn't want it anymore, so he gave it to me. So I got it for free.
I got
Then
that shit when it came out.
Then my brother stole it, so I'm like, yeah, fuck it.
Jeez.
Alright, this
He
is
didn't
pissing me off.
He didn't technically steal it, he just started buying games for it that he wanted to play, and I didn't, so he might as well have just kept it.
Yeah.
I had
It's kinda like a
Mega Man
hand-me-down.
Powered Up, Mega Man I had Mega Man Powered Up and Mega Man Maverick Hunter X, that's all I had.
Only Mega Man games. How does that not surprise me?
I've always wanted to play a I've always wanted a PSP. In fact, I think I wanted a choice between the PSP and the Xbox 360 back when the Xbox 360 was coming out.
Alright, this is driving me crazy.
There were Tales games on PSP that I wanted to play too, but I never found them.
Isn't there like the Radiant Mythology?
Yeah, it's really hard to find those games.
Yeah, I've been wanting to play those. Like every time I read about it on the Tales Wiki, I'm like, oh god, I want to play that. It's kind of like an MMO.
It's because...
What do you mean like an MMO?
Or like
It's the reason why we can't ever find it is because Namco sucks at advertising.
yeah.
No,
They don't
actually,
know it,
it's
but
only
you
here in the
did.
States.
And then they throw all their games on systems that nobody ever buys. Like, let's bring out Radiant Mythology, put it on PSP when everyone's playing, like, the DS, so no one's gonna buy it.
Trying to boost sales, just like, hey, buy the PSP for